This is the outline of the presentation. I will briefly talk about the current context, flagship initiatives and international collaborations, a little comment on SDGs, and several observations I will try to share in 15 minutes. So there are several, actually quite a number of events, especially they are now incremental because of it's been the last months, it's getting more and more. But the main topics that we can grab is seen in the screen. We can group them as shown. These are mainly two programs: culture and film festivals, academic events, exhibitions and concerts, contests, publication and research. We are happy to observe that there are more than 20 publications and research coming from doctoral, postdoctoral and upper levels. And also we have seen quite a number of two programs and exhibitions. This is an observation for this period. Magazines like National Geographic, but this put in other words, it just grabs the minds of people, so we find this important.
In September, in the UNESCO headquarters and collaboration with Buddha Fellowship, the delegation of Nigeria, Ivory Coast and Oman, in cooperation with the Ministry of Endowment and Religious here in Oman, presented Oman Message of Islam. It is an exhibition that has been presented in many countries around the world to showcase Oman message of Islam, tolerance and coexistence. Also, I try my best to work on organizing this conference or this meeting. I managed the preparation of from 2017 or 2016 to host this meeting of the international network of UNESCO Silk Road online platform here in Muscat, and it was sponsored by three private sector, Oman Telecommunication, Electricity Holding Company, Al Ahli Bank. Also, we coordinated with National Museum, Oman, to hold the thematic exhibition Silk, Celadon and Tea, Intercultural Dialogue on the Silk Road, in collaboration with China National Silk Museum.
This is, I think, also an important part is how the network can influence, can orient the global and national policies related to the Silk Road. So that is the point around which we would like you to make a proposal of activities, ideas that could be integrated into and articulated as an action plan for the network.
I suggest if there is a social media group, especially WhatsApp or Viber group, that we will be daily in touch, and at least in a week we will share our experience, our views, and we will see each other what is going on in other countries.
We can use that. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, Shaheen, please.
It's not easy always to communicate for focal points with the permanent delegations. And it's so important when the members of and heads of permanent delegations in the UNESCO, they are well informed about activities of our online platform.
Focal points. So I totally agree with you, because this is really going to strengthen the idea of the Silk Road within the UNESCO and within the delegation. Thank you so much for this. Thank you.
Some of the at least one representative of the network should be nominated like a focal point for this particular project. I guess our Mr. Chikiri, who is our director, I don't remember the name, the chief of the international network, who should be present on all of these meetings and raise awareness about the network.
Every time, for example, Jordan, like this time, they didn't come. They never come, and we need to be. We need Oman also to be as a cradle for every Arab country in this network.
Your help for that.
Of course, Oman is proud that they are all the time there for the Silk Road network, but we need also to have more Arab countries with us.
I think it's our focal points are not very much involved all of these activities. So I think I suggest even from UNESCO side, maybe if you have some very important activity or issues, focus to our projects. So maybe UNESCO can invite the focal points around these, maybe the neighbor countries for this issue can present to the meeting or conference or exhibition or something like that.
See how you can participate in it, or we can contact the organizer, but we could not unfortunately involve you in all the activities because sometimes it is organized, they are organized by other organizers that with whom we have not necessarily a relationship.
If it's still available, I mean, the 22nd of June.
Ali, maybe we should propose not day, but week, International Week of Silk Road in June.
Silk Road, Great Silk Road, as historical reality with global problems of nature, society, human being, of modern world on conceptual, philosophical and political levels.
For example, for the case International Days, I think there is also so many days, so we have to figure it in a more concrete way. Second is with regards to the ICH and others. I'm again going to reflect that in ICH we have to have a specific tradition, and also for other, I would say, prestige lists of UNESCO, we have risk of having this concept moved to something under another convention. So what I would propose would be, of course, if it's acceptable or useful, that to show the connections of Silk Roads and the online platform with these other UNESCO initiatives, but the links, only the links, how it touches to these programs.
There are two activities of this new project between UNESCO and European Union. First activity called Promotion of the Silk Road's Cultural Heritage Corridors in Afghanistan, Central Asia and Iran.
Hacer una actividad vía tecnológica todos juntos. In Baku we propose already, but we are supporting very strongly the Chinese proposal now of having a day. We don't need to have, we can consider as a first step, but we can decide between our network, a common day, a common time to do some things together. And so we were demonstrating, it will be a demonstration, let's say, an ongoing demonstration of the necessity of that to be considered. So we are strongly supporting the Chinese proposal of having one day, one period, was we will work all separately, but in fact together for a common communication program for the Silk Road.
Yeah, disseminating. Yes. The various activities.
It's work members, not member states.
Okay. For UNESCO Silk Road project. Anything else you want to add? Nothing? 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. The action plan defined for International Decade for the Rapprochement of Cultures. So I think that we have now respond to the concerns of Russia.
about the principle, of course.
Okay. Magim, you wanted to add something? You said that the
next plan we are developing. Yeah, we prepare planning the activities for the next year. So if we have a short paragraph about the next activities that what we agreed in what we will do, it will be better, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Any suggestion? Let me know. Just let me know. Right.
Con todo mi corazón al final. Voy a traducir.
About the wording you want to add, let's correct a little bit, finalize. The ways and means to reinforce it as well as the involvement is, no. The way and means to reinforce the involvement, capacity, and coordination of its members.
So just after the reinforce is the involvement, am I right?
The way I mean to reinforce, yes, you take off that, yes. The involvement, capacity, and coordination of its member, I think, yeah.